Oh, hello, we're live. It's us, we're back, baby, with The Vast. I have some buttons again.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Buttons are back. Not all the buttons, but that's a rant for another time. Welcome to the No Fame podcast. Welcome to The Vast, our Starfinder Actual play series with some truly amazing folks who I'll introduce in a moment. But down beneath Doxy, all the way down in that corner, beneath Doxy is the closed caption button. So if you need closed captions, they're down there. You can just click them. They're built in, and you
Are you bullying me right now?
I'm bullying you right now. Absolutely bullying. The closed captions are down there. It just is a coincidence that they're down there. Maybe I think they're down there on YouTube as well. So either or.
For those that don't know, I have a very hard time hearing, and I have to use captions. So.
Absolutely not bullying.
Also, Justin's a bully. So
also, I'm a
that's
true. Known
for those
bully.
who don't know.
I was just screaming at everyone for the past 20 minutes.
Every time I join the call, he goes, "Deaf girl, deaf girl."
I'm unmanageable. I'm unrelenting.
All of that is true.
It's okay, I can't hear it. So
that's me, terrible person, Justin. That's my introduction anyway. Closed captions are down there. And speaking of closed captions,
go on.
What the fuck, dude?
Sorry.
She's got a disability.
You see a segue and you're like, should I go for this segue?
And where most people would say no.
I'm Justin.
God, I wouldn't have if I didn't think that you would understand that as a joke. I wouldn't have said it.
I thought it was hilarious.
That's what I was hoping
Someone
for.
clip that out of context.
Neil, yeah. It is what it's too late. It's on the internet. Hey, speaking of lovely, wonderful friends, if you'd like to say who you are, who you're playing, and also the thing we always do, the horoscope thing, we've always done it.
We never miss it.
We never missed it. Starting with Doxy.
Hi, I'm Doxy. I am playing Nolora. She is a language dork and a bounty hunter that is in a team with her hunka hot burnin' husband played by Josiah. And I am a Scorpio. Beating around the bush instead of coming out and saying what you want could backfire today. With the Sun and Mercury retrograde colliding in straight shooting Aries, you need to ensure that your communication is crystal clear. Otherwise, you'll feel the heat. Hidden motives could make you look shady and cause others to suspect you have a covert agenda. Do you know what you're after? If so, push through the fear and put aims and desires on the line. Ba-ba-ba-bam.
Damn. That was so
also, I am the most straightforward person of all time. People in Canada find me very rude, actually, because I'm like, no, we need crystal clear communication.
That's true.
I mean, I appreciate that kind of communication, but that's some spicy pre-session vibes for sure. Speaking of spicy pre-session vibes,
okay.
Katie!
What the fuck is wrong with you tonight, Justin? God. I only made that one joke about J.K. Rowling, okay? I'm not spicy, all right? Although I was kind of hoping, Doxy, when you introduced yourself in the context of the party, you were going to be like, a hunk, a bird and husband, and a rat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have. But you're not one of the bounty hunter team, but, like, you should be inaugurated at this point.
No, I mean, I don't need to be a bounty hunter. I just like to be there for, like, the point at the end of the, like, oh, this lovely, I'm a third wheel. I'm the best kind of third wheel. And then I'm here, I guess. I don't know. That's the best kind of third wheel. Anyway, quick, fuck, marry, kill. Whatever. I'm Katie. I'm here. I'm playing a greasy, dirty, disgusting space rat. And that's my whole deal. Their name is Skrank. Here we are. Oh, and I'm a Aquarius. I just had my horoscope pulled up. Hold on. I did get a TikTok pop up on my For You page the other day that was like, Mercury may be in retrograde right now, but you've always been a punk ass bitch. And I was like, yeah, yes. Okay, all right. Yeah. April 11th, 2024, you like to feel needed. All right. Aquarius, but today you might throw up your hands and say, enough! You've given so much of yourself for so long that friends and loved ones tend to think of your largesse as a right rather than a privilege.
Wow.
Today, remind them of their error. Take a day off from indentured servitude.
What is happening here?
Dramatic.
I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Shit. Okay, go to a fancy restaurant.
Like,
and
I'm a mother.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. Is that indentured servitude? I don't know. I get a lot of joy out of it. Is that? I don't think that's what that is.
No.
Okay, well, you all guys can fuck right off. I'm gonna go to a restaurant, I guess.
Yeah, go to a restaurant.
You guys enjoy your combat. Skrank is gonna go enjoy their dreams.
Speaking of restaurants, Josiah.
I am a notorious restaurant owner and operator and enthusiast. Anyway, my horoscope says Capricorn. You should continue to take a keep it to yourself attitude today.
Whoa.
Your opinions are objectively valid, but no one is in any mood to really listen to them right now. You will make better use of your time if you channel your emotions into a creative pursuit. It will benefit from the ideas you're trying to get out into the world. It's a great day to enjoy your friends and fun and avoid banging your head against a wall with a bunch of naysayers.
Wow.
Did Justin write these?
I did.
Why are we getting bullied by our horoscopes?
You bunch of naysayers.
Jesus.
Big vibes.
It's just Justin. He's the naysayer.
Yeah, I run all of the horoscope websites.
Who just invented horoscopes, actually. I don't know if you guys
I'm sorry, just the idea of you being a bully is like that is what cracks me up the most about it. Like picturing you red-faced going, deaf girl, like that ended me.
It's pretty.
It also ended Justin's career. So.
Yeah, R.I.P. My software development job is gonna hear about this and fire.
Oh no.
Oh, they definitely are.
And hey, I'm here too. I've got a big frame as well. It's me, Justin. Okay. My horoscope is positive energy surrounds you. No, it doesn't. That's a lie.
What the fuck do you
Justin
mean?
definitely wrote these.
Also, you're epic and based and probably have a huge hog is the second half of it.
It says positive.
And definitely more tubes than any other woman.
You're totally tubular.
You have double the tubes, my dude. Positive energy surrounds you, promoting growth. Embrace opportunities. Personal development is on the horizon. Isn't it always? The thing about the horizon is you can never fucking reach it.
Damn.
That's what that band is about, right? Bring Me the Horizon? Anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what they're about.
Ollie Sykes. That's the guy, right? Yeah, well, shaping up for this session. Lots of big vibes. Should we get into it? I don't have a intro thing. I'm sorry. Maybe someday I'll get around to it when the series is over. Last session, I'm just thinking I'm forgetting something, and that's why I'm like fucking vamping so hard. I'm like, what am I forgetting? Anyway,
you gotta bully Doxy some more.
Yeah,
actually, is what you're forgetting.
Last session, you were all drifting through space after escaping the Vorpal Drifter, making it out of a kind of a harrowing encounter with some ships of the Hellstar Pirates that were following you. But you're on board the ship with Odyssey 9, Bob and Needle, Zamir, and the body of Nero, the immortal android, when psychic transmissions were reaching out through space via broadcast waves of the Dream Resort, Dream Station, the perfect getaway. You approached the station guided by Skrank's compass, the three-dimensional compass that Skrank made for themselves. Guided to the home beacon, quote, quote, of this station, you saw derelict ships aimlessly floating in a colorful man-made or species-made nebula. You approached the station, docked, noticing a Knights of Galarion ship, the Authority of the Pact Worlds, and something akin to a space goblin ship. Welcomed by a strange, uncanny valley-looking android in like a pink hostess outfit with like black cables and conduits reaching up into the ceiling, connecting them in place. They welcomed you aboard, claiming you were so lucky because they were currently having a 24-hour free admission into Dream Station. How wonderful. How good is that? Timing. Conveyor-like system passed through a glass cylinder thoroughfare with views of the nebula surrounding the station. You boarded a tram which traversed through the outer ring around the station, where it brought you into kind of like this entry point to what's known as the relaxation hub. You descended into this chamber, large chamber with like these nice palm trees surrounding the edges and like canopies and beds for people to rest on, and a huge pool, huge fountain, I should say, in the center of the room with this massive statue of a figure kind of surrounded by clouds and like these like different orb-like figures, and water is pouring down over it. It's obviously a very, very expensive looking statue. But you were greeted with two groups of figures. One group of 3 humans in knight's attire, with one of them laying on the ground badly injured, and one group of 5 space goblins dressed in unexpectedly decent attire, with one of them on the ground, but looking like they're in combat medic attire, this space goblin. As you entered, one of the knights, this large dude with like this fucking like stone chiseled jaw and like silver fox gray hair swept back, looks a little bit beat up, a little bit bruised, raises his sword towards you in his orange gleaming armor with like a red orangey cape kind of like attached and then thrown over his shoulder, as one of the space goblins at the same time screams out to not let the door close as the wall behind you shuts into one piece. The One Piece! I tried to get away from saying One Piece because I was like, I'm gonna say the One Piece after that. My brain was like, think of anything except One Piece. It was like, One Piece. It closed into a flush wall. The flush wall!
So like a poker hand?
I'm such a fucking idiot.
What's wrong with you?
Why are you asking this now?
I just honest. You're right.
No, I mean, we've had multiple sessions.
Justin, you're right. Jesus, stop bullying me.
It wasn't after Scrampa? You didn't say after Scrampa?
Yeah.
No, that floated. That was like dope. But this flush wall?
Flush.
What are you into?
Flush wall. Flush. If you turn on your closed captions, you'll see down there, flush wall. No, it didn't even show up in the closed captions. Fuck of a liar. The closed captions
This is disturbing.
Yeah, we return to Dream Station inside of the relaxation hub as the wall closes behind you upon what looks like the leaders of both the Knights of Galerion and the Space Goblins both yelling towards you, evidently a little too late. This room, which, as I said before, goes by the Relaxation Hub, a fairly large open area with all the features that I mentioned just a few moments ago, because I went off script and, just a little bit down, I have it all described anyway. That's fine. Besides the entrance that's now sealed, you do spot one other door on the other side of this chamber that's been blocked up with chairs, and there's a tree pushed in front of it and garbage bins tossed in front of it as well. The larger human male knight, you know what we could do, and this could be fun. I'm going to bring everyone over to the relaxation chamber. Who doesn't love a good little map? Not for any particular reason. Great. I don't own anyone with vision in this scene. For a great start, Justin. There's a way to do this, I'm sure. Save changes. There we go. We see all of the little figures. So this was, I've got up in either corner.
Cute.
These are the Knights of Galerion. They're on the stream right now, but the players can see them on the map. You can move around and look at things. These are the Knights of Galerion.
Oh my god! That little goblin has a little puppet! What the fuck, Justin?
It's very cute.
These are the goblins.
These little guys!
The one with the mustache looks like he is another race of creature pretending to be a goblin.
He kind of, yeah. He looks like...
That is straight up Tim Curry as Gomez Adams as a goblin.
As a goblin.
You're right. That is it. That's fucking spot on, actually.
The one on the far left looks a lot like that orc from Lord of the Rings, who says, "What about their legs? They don't need those."
I like thinking that Puppet Guy has social anxiety, and this is the only way he can communicate with people is by speaking through the puppet.
Like
so it's not technically him.
Everyone else hates it, but honestly, they just put up with it.
The one in the middle kind of looks like Chucky, right?
I can see that.
I was thinking like Fiona, but after she becomes like a Shrek.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Like Fiona, but zombified, like zombie Fiona.
Yeah, Zombiona. Anyways.
Come on, it's Spiona. This is in space.
That's true.
For the podcast listeners, the group of goblins, one goblin has most of these goblins, let me clarify, are bound. So they're tied up, except the one in the white armor, who's dressed like a combat medic, is lying on the ground unconscious, along with the blonde-haired Knights of Galerion is also laying on the ground unconscious, as it turns out. Not good stuff. But the goblins themselves, there's this older looking goblin, which is the second oldest goblin you've ever seen. The first oldest goblin was on the Vorpal Drifter, and his name was Bimbop, I think. I think that was his name. Bimbop.
Yeah.
And then we have the goblin in the combat medic armor who looks like Gomez Adams. As we've established. And then
We're gonna have to call him Gomez.
And then picture Fiona when she turns into a Shrek type. What is Shrek?
He's an ogre.
Ogre, thank you.
He's got layers.
I've never seen the movies.
Is that true?
It's true.
They're incredible. You have to see them.
That's actually like fucked up that you haven't seen Shrek, I feel. Does anyone else feel like that's fucked up?
I've never seen it. I've never seen a lot of movies.
That's why Justin's a bully, honestly.
You need to go watch it. And so many pop culture references are just going to click for you in an instant.
Well, I have so many references of like, that's from Shrek. I don't know the context of it, but I know it's from Shrek.
That's like Josiah in The Office. Josiah's never watched The Office.
That's because The Office is okay.
It's very good. It's very good.
I like The Office. Listen, Beth, don't get at me from chat. I don't need this. We're live, Beth. Sorry. Our context, our Silvistead D&D stream, Beth may or may not have thought it was pre-recorded, which I took as a compliment. But we were live. We were fully just chilling out, which you can never tell here because everything is fucking.
We keep it tight over here on the Vast.
This is how I lose all of my friends. I bully them. But the fourth goblin has like this kind of like cool looking crown and like a jester puppet on their hand. Kind of a punkish vibe going on. And then the fifth goblin looks in like engineering attire. They've got like big engineering gloves on. They look kind of rough and a little bit ready to rumble. That's sure.
And that one for some reason has pigtails. Like what are we doing?
No, you gotta change up the hairstyles, right?
I've got like just a really mixed vibe from that one.
Sure. Listen, they like what they like. That's the hairstyle they wanted, you know?
Okay. You know what, you're right.
Now that we've gotten a full rundown of everyone and everything that's going on there. The knight approaches you, the larger, kind of looks like the leader. Okay, that's far enough. And he like does a quick look over you all. That's far enough, you pirates. This room and this station are under the ever-watchful eye of the Knights of Galarion. If you came here to plunder and pillage, I'm afraid you'll have to contend with the full force of the knights. Your gaze kind of settles past him to like his comrades, one of which is laying on the floor in bandages, and the other crew member just kind of like looks worried and sighs heavily and goes back to like dabbing a cloth on their fellow soldier's head. A voice cuts through the air from the second group of figures that you spotted, the little goblins, as one of them stands up, their hands still bound behind their backs. This is the goblin with the red hair. Their presence is still like felt as they stand up in this chamber. They have multiple scars across their face, which gives you the impression that they've definitely seen their fair share of battle. They've got this like half-cut leather bomber jacket with the collar popped up, the left sleeve torn off, and the right shoulder is affixed with a piece of armor. The rest of their clothing resembles decently put together freebooter armor, colored in deep maroons, deep maroon hues. Their bright yellow eyes seeming like they're burning holes in the knight captain's skull as they yell, "Shut the fuck up, you fucking space pig! Get back to the fucking pigsty where you came from, you piece of shit! Stop bothering literally everyone in the fucking pack worlds, you pig!" A few of the other goblins burst out laughing, except I
love these goblins. A cat.
Except the one with the pigtails in the engineering suit. They're kind of like tending to the medic on the ground. The knight captain turns. Now, Captain Reed. No need to be a sore loser now that we've apprehended you and your crew. Don't worry. There's a nice cell on Dagox 4 for you and the rest of your crew. After we drop you off, we'll swing back for the rest of those goblins beneath Absalom Station. And the goblin screams in rage and rushes towards the knight captain, but they're tackled by the older-looking goblin. His face is like also like just covered in so many wrinkles, and his light gray hair is kind of just like a mess. The younger The red-haired goblin screams out, "Let me at him, Wallace! I'm gonna bite his fucking nose off!" The older goblin shakes their head. "Mary, Mary, Mary, this isn't the time or place for rash acts of violence. We gotta keep our minds clear if we're gonna survive this. And this is the situation you all find yourselves in."
Okay. I would like to know if I, culturally special, know things about these groups of people.
I think we made checks last time. You guys identified the goblins as potentially being the pirates of the Sersha II, which are a known, a wanted group of space pirates, space goblin pirates, with a hefty bounty of 20,000 credits for the entire crew. The Knights of Galerion are the authority figures, the space cops of the Pact Worlds. But if there's anything else you have in mind, I think you guys both rolled pretty high last time, so.
I mean, just like special as Nolora being a knows culture kind of people, is there anything special that I know about either of them?
Yeah, I will say that you all found on the police station, sorry for those at home listening on the podcast version, I'm putting on a sweater and struggling.
Just in squeakiest
I said it was freezing
ever.
in here.
It got very cold in my room, and my sleeve really is caught on something, and it's behind me. But you all on the police ship had found information signed off by Sir Morg, was the name, which you could presume is the big guy here, that these pirates were attacking people beneath Absalom Station's main deck, so in the lower decks of Absalom Station, and they cornered the space goblins. Space goblins figured they had no way to keep fighting. They fled, and they eventually caught them here. But there was something happening beneath the lower decks of Absalom Station that they were involved with.
Okay, does anybody else have anything meta, or should I RP?
I was gonna psychokinetic hand this. So is Spiona is she like restrained in some fashion? Is that what's going on? I don't give a shit if you called her Mary.
Captain Reed.
Spiona, you can like
yeah, they're all bound except the one laying unconscious.
Okay. Yeah, can I psychokinetic hand and unbind all of them?
Yeah, let's do a check. Hey, we're playing a game and it has stuff to roll.
Sure.
I would love to add a diversion by speaking to them.
Yeah, well, how about this? How about the way the help works in this is that Doxy, you need to roll above a 10, and then that will give a bonus to Katie. So let's say if you want to use diplomacy, or if there's another charisma-based bluff or diplomacy, I would think one of those two, depending on what you're going for here. And
they are equivalent for me.
Sweet. And for Katie, that's going to be a sleight of hand check for Skrank.
Okay.
Oops.
That's a 12.
Hey, only gone and done it.
And then my sleight of hand will be also 12, and my dex is +6.
And you get a +1 for the help check, bringing you to 19 total. 19 total, I believe, passes the passive perception of Sir Morg. Which is very good, which is very, very good. You use your psychokinetic hand. What does that hand look like for Skrank as a technomancer?
Yeah, so the text of this spell says you point your finger at the target object, gaining the ability to lift it and move it at will from a distance. And I'm kind of thinking what this actually looks like is Skrank is kind of like flicking his tail back and forth and just kind of like moving it a little bit and using that to point just like real casually. like a little seductively, honestly. It's like, ooh, I'm gonna just and that's what his cool
I love that so much. Like.
That's good. That's very good. What's Nolora doing as this happens?
She'll step towards the officer that spoke and say, "Relax, officer, we're tourists. What's going on here? Why are these people bound?"
Well, these are, of course, vicious space pirates we've apprehended. We're going to bring them to where they belong, a cell.
Okay. It seems to me like what you've done is gone ahead and tied up useful hands for getting out of a situation, and you're not going to be putting them anywhere if we all die in this room.
You hear, "We're not gonna all fucking die in this room because we're gonna kill those fucking knights and get the fuck out of here." Captain.
I'm gonna turn around to him and say, "You absolutely will not. We're gonna get out of this together."
The knight looks at you all. Well, I mean, we did have a bit of an arrangement with the space goblins here where, in a similar kind of manner, we were all trying to get out of here, found that the wall closed flush. We decided to venture deeper into the station and had to make a tactical retreat. And you see, like, some of the goblins huff about this, and the other Knight of Galerion who's tending to her friend is just kind of, like, shaking her head a little bit as she's just trying to tend wounds. And you're tourists. You look an awful lot like space pirates.
We actually escaped space pirates, and we had to use some of their equipment because all of ours got blowed up. Anyway, I'd love to have a look at everybody's injuries and get the fuck out of this room.
Well,
what is happening at this station? Why are we trapped here?
Well, I'm not quite sure what's happening at this station. You see, we arrived here, we were low on fuel, and we figured, hey, who doesn't love giving a helping hand to the Knights of Galerion in this system? So we stopped by the only station we were close to, and we sent one of our own in to get for fuel, and they radioed back saying that they were in danger. So we figured it wasn't safe to leave space goblins alone on our ship. So we took everyone and came into the station. We bound them all up, but it turns out our compatriot here, Mep, and he points to the blonde knight on laying on the ground, or laying on a bed. I think probably is more accurate because there's like lounge beds around. We found poor Mep here in a sorry state, second-class knight, not quite as tough as a knight captain, of course, and one of the goblins here said he would be happy to help out, but we needed to find some medical supplies. So myself and this fellow in the white armor here went to venture for medical supplies, and I got knocked unconscious, and then a voice chirps up, I found you, and I found the space goblin known as Dr. Raiden, unconscious in a hallway. I dragged you both out. You hear the other knight stand up and kind of just like brush themselves off a little bit. They're dressed in more like a sleeker attire for knights, kind of like not heavy armor type deal, more of a light armor situation. Well, yes, I fell unconscious. I was obviously jumped by something within the station.
Right. Well, let's get everybody on their feet and figuring this out.
Well, let's not be too hasty here.
Let's be hasty. We don't know if we're running out of oxygen. We know we're running out of food. We know that we are trapped. Let's be hasty. It's just a physical exam to become a captain of the Knights, isn't it?
Well, I've fought hundreds of battles to achieve the position that I have right now.
Clearly not on a chessboard.
No, with swords and shields. Anyway.
You might be in charge out there, but I'm going to be in charge in here.
And who are you?
You are not smart enough to get us out of here, obviously.
You know, the Knights...
So I'll take it from here.
The Knights have gone through a lot of peculiar situations similar to this, and there's nothing a bit of elbow grease and a broadsword that can't get you out of danger.
Spoken like a true policeman.
You hear, like, all of the space goblins cracking up at this. Absolutely fucking time.
In the captions, it says policeman in brackets, pejorative.
I'm gonna look back at Simion, and I'm gonna be like, can you help them? And like indicate the goblins, and I'm gonna go over and just pretend I know what I'm looking at with the injuries on the human officer.
Yeah, let's do a little.
When you do that, I look at, when I also look at Nolora, I'm like, they're worth a lot of money.
That would be a medicine check for Nolora.
I still have a +4 to that.
While Nolora is doing that, Simion, what are you up to?
I was just
tracking that bounty. You're like,
Yeah, I was just kind of hanging out, but while
God damn it,
they're doing that, yeah, I will go over and start untying these goblins, I guess, but also making sure to kind of examine them as I do so, and just making a mental note of like what equipment they have, etc., that kind of thing.
Yeah, you see a lot of equipment is actually just kind of shoved in a corner, which is like a sword and some generic like scrap blaster pistols, which are like, you know, the goblin trademark. You know, they fashion them together themselves and out of whatever kind of bits and bobs they can put together. But they definitely seem more capable than, at a quick glance, more capable than most space goblins you might have run into.
Very cool.
What did you get, Nolora?
A 10.
A 10? You were looking at the human, right?
Mm-hmm.
They look like you can see like the blood trails through the bandages, and it looks like just like a huge gash, just like a monstrous gash across their chest. You see the knight captain approaches. You see, I didn't spot any large beast in the area, and there's absolutely no way that a large beast would have got the better of me by sneaking up. I was on full alert, you see, myself and the good doctor over there.
I'm gonna take my finger and just kind of ding-a-ling-a-ling on his sword and be like, no beast, huh?
Nope. Not a single one. You know, the weirdest thing...
How did this happen to this officer?
Oh, I have no idea. Truly. That's what we went to find out. The strangest thing was that I heard... It sounded like someone talking, and I thought it was the doctor, but hindsight, he was ahead of me. That it was almost like a whisper of some kind that someone was here for my bounty, but I don't have a bounty. I'm a knight of Galerion, of course. Why would I have a bounty of anything? Strange, but that could have been a trick of the mind being knocked unconscious. It does mysterious things. There's a lot of strange beings in this system, and it's our duty to lock most of them up.
Well, mission accomplished for now.
Yes. I'm going to lay down, and you see he's like, he is bruised, and like, he's got like just like a huge bruise on his forehead. I'm going to lay down, Scout, Ko, you have the helm. Ko's like, looks around. Sure, okay. Just like, shrugs. Alright.
Love the confidence.
Skrank, what are you up to?
Yeah, for sure. It's Skrink's time to shine.
Shit is happening. I'm just clocking it all. I definitely, Nolora was absolutely reading that pig his rights was over by the goblins snickering along with them. And helping to get them untied. And then I think can we see the door that locked behind us in our current, in this relaxation chamber or whatever? Can we see that door?
The only, it looks like a flush wall. It just looks like a solid wall. There is another door.
Oh, that's what you meant by flush wall.
Yes.
That's
okay,
so funny. Please. That is so fucking funny. Oh my god.
That flush wall.
I am dumbfounded.
I'm so sorry.
It's too good. It's too good.
Incredible.
Theater of the mind.
Interesting.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
Okay.
Depends on the mind, but
yeah, I had something else in my head going on. Very different. There was a water feature involved. I'm not sure. Okay.
There is a water feature in the center of the room.
Yeah, in the middle. Yeah, in the middle, not on the flash wall. Okay. Can I cast detect magic in the area of the flush wall?
Yeah, that's just a cantrip for you, right? So not a difficult thing. It doesn't feel like traditional kind of magic or anything like that. You still are being overwhelmed by those psychic waves, and they still are. You still get the direction that it's not towards that wall. It's still in the direction you and Nolora pinpointed earlier, which is pretty much more or less behind you and down-ish. And using Nolora's map of the station that she got earlier, you could see that that's labeled as the engine room, like the engineering area, more or less, on a list of different places around the station. But it doesn't seem like this was magic that sealed the door.
Okay, so this is more of an intended technological feature of the chamber that we're in.
Yeah, you get the sense that maybe this was built in with a purpose.
Creepy. Okay, hate that. 0 out of 10, honestly, Justin. So can I then, if I'm looking in the direction of where the psychokinetic, or the psychic waves are coming from, is that a hallway? Is there another doorway down there? Is it lit? Can I scurry over and just kind of take a peek in that direction?
Give me a perception check. You definitely spot another door behind a bunch of rubble and shit, but just give me a perception check anyway.
Okay, I've got a +3 to whatever this is, which is a 17, so I got a 20.
A dirty 20. That's very, very good. Let me look at my notes. I like
to think of it as a 20 that knows its worth.
20 is great. The statue you spot on closer inspection is a statue. It's a very nice statue. Well crafted, expertly crafted, I would even say. Nothing really pops out at you in this room, and it does seem like the door has been barred with a bunch of shit after, obviously, the night Sir Morg and Dr. Raiden Ham were... I forgot his last name. His last name is Ham. After Sir Morg and Dr. Raiden Ham were taken, rescued and brought out of whatever's beyond that hallway, they just jammed it full of shit, more or less. The knight had a bruise on his forehead where Sir Morg had a bruise on his forehead where Knight, Mep, as he was called, has brutal slashes, and you kind of glance over, and Dr. Raiden Ham doesn't look physically injured. So it's not really tracking that one, it doesn't seem like, oh, it wasn't the same creature. They'd all have huge slash marks. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, this one was slashed, and this one was hit with something or other, and that one looks unaffected, but obviously is very hurt.
Yeah. Okay. So can I go up to each of them individually and just ask them, what did you what was the last thing you remember seeing, that attacked you?
Well, two of them are unconscious, and
oh, right. Fuck.
Yeah. And it was a
okay.
I think it was a 10 medicine check that was rolled too.
Yeah.
Try and help them, but just under the mark of getting them back somewhere.
Okay. Can I? All right. So what ostensibly happened is they went in the direction where the psychic waves were, got attacked of some sort of commotion, and then were brought back into this room. Yeah.
Scout Co, as they were called, sees you kind of looking at everyone and kind of wanders over. Hey, is anything I can help you with?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what why are we why are anything, just what Scout's so mad right now. Skrank is so mad right now. Just how did you guys get into such deep shit? And why are we now dragged into your shit?
She looks over and sees Sir Morg is just unconscious and snoring, just out instantly. She looks...
Yeah, you don't seem to have very good leadership, is all I'm saying. Maybe, hook yourself up with a team that you, I don't know, respect.
Are you just trying to recruit this person?
I don't know, seems cool. I don't know. What's up?
What's your vibe? What's your deal?
Hi, I'm Skrank. I slap out my greasy tail to shake their hand.
Nice to meet you, Skrank. I'm Co. I'm a scout for the Knights. I wasn't even supposed to be on this mission, to be honest with you. I was just kind of in the area, and I'm outranked by Sir Morg, so just kind of luck of the draw, I guess. When I was through there, I could hear things and them shouting like they were fighting, but by the time I got there, it just seemed like the hallway kind of it looked like this room. It was kind of bright and, clean looking, and I didn't want to venture too far by myself, considering that the captain was knocked unconscious and my comrade Mep here is also unconscious, so
okay, I'm gonna take Scout over to the area where the rubble is blocking this door. Is there a way for me to move some of the rubble so I can kind of look into there? What I would love to do, and I'm going to tell you the kind of bullshit that I would like to do. Mm-hmm. I would love to send some dancing lights down that hallway.
Oh,
and see where they go.
Very fun. That's very cool. I dig that. Give me, because it's a lot of shit jam-packed, and moving it all is not a difficult task, but if you want to do a greasy rat check, you can.
That's what I'm saying, is a greasy rat check. I'd like to greasy rat check my way down into the rubble. Thank you.
While Skrank is greasing up, what's Simion and Nolora, what are they up to right
now? While the awake officer is distracted with Skrank, Nolora is going to disarm the unconscious ones.
I don't think that's hard, because I did just say he's unconscious and snoring, so just literally the words out of my mouth. The knight has the captain, I should say, has a massive sword and shield that you can quickly grab. No other weapons, looks like. And the Mep, the unconscious second-class knight, has like a just standard pistol on their hip. Actually, it'd be like on the ground next to their armor that's been taken off.
And is Mep like actively bleeding out?
Not actively bleeding. He's in tabletop terms. He's like stable, unconscious, 0 hit points, but not dying.
Okay.
It's a
yeah. I would have asked. Yeah, I had asked Simion to start untying the goblins.
Yeah,
and whether he did or not is up to Simion.
If you want to make a note, because now I'm looking at their inventories, Mep also has a flash grenade and a sticky bomb grenade. Oh, what we did...
I will have tossed those to Simion.
So, flash grenade, sticky bomb grenade was on Mep, and I think the knight straight up just has the fucking... Yeah, he just has the blade and the shield.
Actually, I probably would have given the flash grenade to Simion and held on to the sticky grenade to give to Skrank at another.
Skrank has already smelled the smell of a sticky bomb grenade in the air and is aware that there are grenades about.
Yeah, just like when there isn't one of these police talking directly to you, I'll pass it to you.
Space
Makes
police.
sense.
What we didn't get into, and I kind of forgot about this a little bit, but you guys found a bunch of loot on the police ship. Spops. You guys found a bunch of loot on the police ships as well. So on Hephaestus, under your character sheet, I believe on Hephaestus, you should see some new things in the shared inventory, which I described on our Discord, but I can talk through them again right now. Let me just...
I really want the anchoring infusion after having read that.
Yeah, so there's 3 weapon fusions. Weapon fusions are like little add-ons that turn your weapons into magical items, which I think it fucking rules. It reminds me of Materia from Final Fantasy VII, and I think that's why I love it so much. You just add these to your weapons, and they give you some properties. Like anchoring has a critical hit effect where it immobilizes a target. They can't move, which is cool. There's the blasting weapon fusion, which once a day turns one of your attacks into a cone. So instead of attacking one target, you can attack multiple targets. You just deal half damage. And there was also the cunning weapon fusion, which when you strike a creature, you can make an engineering, life science, or mysticism check. You get a +2 to this check, and if you succeed, you get a +1. You learn information about that creature in general. You learn some helpful information about them, but you also get a +1 to your next saving throw if that creature were to target you with something like that. And some other things. There's a wave caster pistol. I think that's what it's called. Wave something. Wait, I didn't move that over. Hold on, transfer. It's there now. It's the wave modulator, which you can choose fire or sonic damage, which is interesting. There's semi-auto pistol, which reloads itself, which is fun. And I think last session we talked about the coil rifle, which was found in the ship as well. But some loot from the police ship. At the time, my drive crashed. It just went to sleep. It didn't crash. My drive just went to sleep, and I lost all my notes. And I was like, well, I'll figure this out later, I guess. And it's later.
What a good story, Justin.
That's most of my stories. But yeah, lots of loot and some grenades on those people. While Nolora is looking over, disarming those knights, what's Simion doing?
Yeah, I guess I am untying these goblins.
Yeah, you see them all like kind of like looking up. The older one looks at you. You're a good egg. Thank you very much, sir. Kasatha, I've never been to the ship, and he gets pushed about to break into a story. He gets pushed aside by the red hair. Thank you. mercenary by the looks of it. The name is Captain Reed of the Pirates of the Sersha 2. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you and your partner over there, and looks at Nolora, just like you spot a fucking quick eye on this pirate, right? If you and your partner there looking to make a quick buck, I don't think bringing us in is going to do you much good, if that counts for anything. But hey, we're in the same ship here. We ditch these knights, we all get out, we go our separate ways, and I don't know, maybe we can see in between if anything works out better in the deal for you guys.
I mean, we'll see what happens, but for right now, my primary concern is getting out of this station, as it should be for all of us, I think.
Us too. We she like quiets down. We got cornered below Absalom Station. Group pirate gang known as the Family started invading our turf below the station, and we went to fight and get them back, but didn't expect the knights to show up. It seems strange that knights are working with pirates, but those fuckers chased us halfway across the diaspora and ended up catching us. You know, we're just kind of in a junker ship, but as soon as we get out of here, we're heading back to Absalom.
Okay, so a couple questions for you.
What's up?
As the DM.
Oh.
Do I, out of character, do I know of this pirate gang that she's referring to?
The family is who we were fighting.
You and...
yeah, is that what they were called?
You and Barley were on a mission.
Right.
You guys were like
Flashbacks.
trying to take down the one of the flashbacks was you were going after Rook Crowley of the Family, who is like one of their
gangs in this
figureheads.
Space world.
It's a lot of gangs, a lot of pirates, big pirate energy. A lot of
big
pirates.
Pirate energy in the space pirate game. Cool. No, I was like, that definitely sounds familiar. I didn't remember where it was from. So yeah, they.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm caught up now. I'm on the level.
But the Family, you'd know just like base level information. The Family are exactly what they've got a matron, and it kind of breaks down from there with like, you know, her offspring, and then they have, you know, children and acquaintances and family members of their own, and formed
standard crime boss shit.
Very crime boss pirates. But strange that they make big moves on like a station like Absalom. Absalom Station is the New York City of this, you know, well, maybe right. New York City is a bad example. There's a lot of most crime-based mob movies.
Syndicate-based crime in New York City.
Bad example. It's the St. John's, Newfoundland.
they made a movie about it called Gangs of New York. Actually,
as I was saying, I'm like, this is a terrible example. Actually.
Yeah, you know, there's a little bit of gambling, not a lot. It's kind of like the Las Vegas. So.
Here's the through line. It's like the Citadel in Mass Effect, sort of. But
okay,
that's the
vibe.
But yeah, like big hub city,
big hub city. But with like a heavy militant presence of, because that's the Knights of Galerion's like home base, right? The Absalom Station is in the place of Galerion, hence their name, Knights of Galerion, which was a planet like Earth, which was the, you know, third place from the sun, disappeared, you know, 300 years of the gap, which nobody really knows what happened, and then Absalom Station shows up.
Right.
But anyway, the Family, yeah, big crime boss energy. Strange to be making big moves in such a controlled area, I guess.
Right on. Okay. And she seems to be implying that these knights are maybe working with them.
Seems like
that's cool. I will ask her, like, why do you think the knights are working on behalf of the Family?
I think it's a pretty big coincidence that we're below. Nobody fucking goes below decks on Absalom Station. The further down you go, the worse it gets. There's really fucked up shit below that station that I don't want to deal with, but we're from that station as much as anyone's from that station. You know, that's where all of our family grew up and everything. So it just is strange that our turf, our homes are being invaded by the family, and then the knights show up. It just doesn't track.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, but I feel like it should be obvious based on the way Nolora was interacting, but I'm not a big fan of the government. I'll just finish.
Hey, you and me both.
Finish untying the rest of these goblins.
And when I was done there, you would not believe the feast that we... And Captain Reed's like...
Nolora will have sat and listened. Nolora 1,000,000% wants to hear this guy's stories.
He's just telling you like this big, long-winded tale of a time that they were supposed to go to the Kasatha homeworld ship, known as the Adari, and they got like sidetracked and ended up in Broken Rock and ended up meeting a bunch of like huge big name pirates there, and like one of the famous pirate factions known as the Defiant. You wouldn't believe they disappeared in the middle of the war, just gone. Those pirates vanished without a trace.
And what do you suppose happened to them?
Magic.
Like, she's like invested. She truly wants to hear these stories.
It was magic. I guarantee. You know those big name pirates out there causing ruckus all across the Pact Worlds, gathering up all kinds of ancient relics left by who knows what, who knows where. You're gonna get yourself in trouble. That's what I tell these. You're going to get themselves in trouble if they keep fucking around.
I really want a bonus episode of the podcast that's just an hour and a half of you in this character telling this full story as like side content.
This is my favorite NPC.
Oh no. You can't die now. Just magic. Just magic. Probably crazy magic from outside the Pact Worlds. I don't know.
So you really met such and such famous pirate?
Yeah, Captain... oh, damn. I have their name, I'm sure. Wait. Now that I have all my notes, of course. Starfinder. Factions. Well-known factions. The Defiant. Vast Strider King, he's well known across, and that name rings a bell to everyone. Like, Vast Strider King was the pirate. You know, there was like kids running around Absalom Station with like Vast Strider merch.
Like the proverbial Blackbeard of
yes.
Yeah.
Very much
space.
Very much that. The Luffy of
Black Hole Beard.
Nice. I liked that.
Oddly enough,
wrote a song about him.
Oddly enough, Blackbeard in One Piece has strange black hole type magic. Anyway, devil fruit power. Anyway, the
One Piece.
The One Piece.
It's the flesh wall. The One Piece flesh wall.
But old Wallace looks at you and his brow for a Vast Strider King. They got too big. They he's bounty over 1 billion credits easily. One of the most sought after pirates in history vanished, him and his entire crew, middle of the pirate war, against those fucking pigs. Points at the
I love that this guy also just fucking hates cops. Like,
they will not harm you while I'm here. Don't you worry about that.
He looks over and spots his sword. Oh, they're not going to harm anyone.
I intend to do the violence.
Sure, Grandma. Let's get you to bed.
His sword is huge. His sword is like twice his height.
So it's like 5 feet tall.
I'll say, oh, I'm not used to being the one that's being protected. Oh. This is a nice change of pace.
I'm the designated, guardian for Captain Reed here. And Captain
I
Reed,
believe it.
Captain Reed talking to Simion looks over, hearing their name, and just like looks back and gets on about talking about the family. She was a fiery young pup. Hard to handle, just running all over the place, blowing everything up, creating her own pistols at the age of 3, just wild.
I believe that too.
Absolutely wild.
Well, what say you? We figure a way out of here.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Let's give my friend Skrank a hand over here. I feel like we could use your wisdom on this.
No, we need to get some leverage action.
Skrank, I'm sorry.
Mechanical advantage. Goes on about police and all kinds of shit.
Skrank did fully just like in a quick moment, just like skitter over to Simion and be like, "Your girl's got a thing for older men," and then just like
yeah, and then Simion says, "My species lives to be about 10,000."
Oh, damn, shit, I'm like 3 or something.
and you're having a midlife crisis.
Yeah, it's like 20 in rat years, but it's like
3 actual years.
Yeah, 3 actual years.
That doesn't track with our prelude.
Whatever happened. Skrank, you forget the moment where Skrank time traveled. I know you guys don't remember. It's fine.
There was a black hole incident with Skrank, so who knows?
Yeah, this is some forever war bullshit going on with Skrank.
Yeah, Skrank has the Infinity Gauntlet. I don't know what you guys, I also don't know what that
Infinity Greaselet?
Nice.
I love you know what, never mind. It's literally not even worth it. I'm just gonna
If we're taking movie artifacts, I want the Tesseract.
Skrank, speaking of, you send off your you were still sending off your dancing lights down into the hallway. You were doing a greasy little rat check, which was ages ago, I feel.
Yeah, I rolled my profession is greasy rat fella, and I can make money off of being just that. But unfortunately, I only rolled a 5, and my bonus to that is 3. But I feel like I should get, I have Scout right next to me.
I feel like I should get is a hilarious thing to say.
You can't see down the hallway. You get like the smallest little sliver of a viewport through the rubble, but you're gonna have to take some time to move it. It looks bright. You send a little light through, and it doesn't change much. It looks bright on the other side.
Okay. I hear a cat down the hallway.
I'm very sorry.
I immediately run away.
Yeah, it's like your natural predator.
Skrank hides in the foliage.
Would for sure chase you. He started as a stray.
Oh
my god. Kika's gonna beat my sweet ass.
I am tweeting that right now.
I'm so sorry.
He's gonna beat my sweet ass.
Nolora and Wallace are joined by Ronnie, the kind of like bulkier looking space goblin with the engineering outfit, and they walk up. Yeah, this will take a good few of us, but I think we can get this moved. You're a little yeast soaky. There was a time that I was on a Keaton, and we had a like Ronnie pushes Wallace out of the way. Ronnie looks. Well, I can help move this.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Skrank gets all their hair stands up whenever anybody calls them little. All big.
Tail goes up. I'm tall.
Tail goes straight up. I'm so big.
Looks around. We can, if there's a few of us, we can move this.
Yeah, let's try to. Could I blow it up? Is it? Sorry.
If you want,
is that crazy?
If you guys don't want to wait, you could throw a grenade in there and fucking blow it up.
I was just thinking, like, I could either blow it up or I could just, like, can I set it on fire? Can I?
A lot of it doesn't look flammable. A lot of it looks like metals and shit, right?
I mean,
I see no downside to this.
I don't know. Let's. I've got grenades. I've got a couple of grenades. I've got a. What do I have? Oh shit. Oh, I have a frag grenade.
Yeah. Yeah. If you fucking burrow, chuck that in the middle, and get the fuck out, that'd probably do the job.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll just like. I'll be like, okay, go get out of here. You guys all go to the opposite side. And I'm just gonna tuck this little grenade in here with my delicate little balls, and then I will just boop, and then I'll scurry.
Hell yeah!
Everyone runs, kind of getting some distance, and you see the Scout Co is like dragging Mep and then like covering Mep with their own body, just like looking back to where the explosion's gonna be. The entire amount of rubble fucking explodes. Shit, benches, garbage bins, pieces of trees and plants and shit are flying absolutely everywhere. A massive explosion.
Skrank has the biggest smile. Fucking loves this.
Wait. Yeah, there we
Hell
go.
Yeah.
I forgot. It's my level, or my crit sound, but it's an explosion, so that works. Just a massive explosion. The chamber kind of shakes a little bit, but then settles as you see a little door on the other side, revealing a hallway further in to Dream Station. And we're going to take a little break, just a short, tiny little break. And we'll be back in a couple minutes. If you're listening to the podcast, go either wait a week, next episode will be out, or maybe it's already out. Just go look. Just click next, and it's probably there. But yeah, otherwise, we will be back in just a few moments. BRB,
That's
travelers. That's true. Oh, we're back. Session.
I told you.
Yep, it's true. It's true. If you didn't believe him, you should have. When we left off, Skrank, you all met the space goblins known as the Pirates of the Sersha 2. You met the Spoblins. And the Knights of Galarion, who at least half of their conscious members insufferable. Skrank carefully put a grenade into the pile of rubble, blocking the only visible door that you can see, blowing all of it to smithereens, revealing a fairly standard-looking hallway. It kind of veers off out of sight, but it looks as you would expect a hallway within this station to look. And you hear Wallace go, "Oh, that was great, little Ahsoki. That was some..." You're almost the same height. That was some...
Fucking calls me little one more time. My claws get out a little bit. My tail gets really tall.
That was... that was impressive. Love a good explosion.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. Follow me. Are my dancing lights still going?
Yeah. I think they're. What does it say on the old spell? They probably last for a certain amount of time, right?
The duration is 1 minute.
But it's a cantrip, so I think you can just keep bringing it up, right?
Can I just just cast it again and be like, and then I want to see if the hallway like changes based on if anything goes down it, like if there's any I don't know. There seems to be some elements of like individuality in the experiences that are happening to the people that go down this hallway. So I want to see like if there's anything that like fluctuates in this hallway.
Right. Let me see here. Why does it say? It says you can upcast dancing lights, which feels like an insane move.
To what end? Like, what does that do for you?
It can extend 100 feet plus 10 feet for every level you upcast it.
I was gonna say, do the lights dance harder? like they do like a tap dance if you upcast it?
Kind of. It's like a salsa, and then if you upcast, it does. It's a rave. They just do
lambada.
The lights are they're evocations. They don't have a lot of tangibility to them. They're magic, right? So they don't quite follow the same laws of physics, but they go down the hallway. They need to stay in 10 feet of each other, so the lights kind of form a little string. Seems normal based on those lights.
Okay. I hate this. All right. Can I like stealth down the hallway? Can I start stealthing down the hallway? Scurrying?
Yeah, you go as you definitely make a check for stealth. But as you are about to go, Scout Co grabs you on the arm. I got some bad vibes when I was in there. I didn't see anything, but it just kind of reminded me of a nightmare. So just be careful. I'm gonna stay here with Matt.
Thanks.
We'll follow suit after, I guess.
Okay. I guess, but before I go, I mean, like what I've been getting every time I throw up a detect magic is that like that's where the psychic energy is coming from. So I know, I mean, I don't have any like psychic protection that I can do. Like my life bubble doesn't protect me from like psychic.
No, life bubble is like an environmental type spell, I believe. I'll definitely look right now. Life bubble. You start tolerable. You create tolerable living conditions customized for the creature within.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that would be like. Maybe it would still be a good idea. Can I, can we just like, I don't know, tie some rope to me or something, and then I'll bravely stealth my way down the hallway?
Katie,
yeah,
I'm willing to provide you with exceptional aid, wherein I sacrifice 1 resolve point in order to add to your skill checks.
Whoa.
If you're concerned.
I mean, it's a resolve point. I don't know. Is that a good... like, I am concerned. This is apparently a nightmare hallway that just is created for us, so...
I'm gonna do it.
Yes, I have concerns. Okay.
I'm gonna do it. When a roll comes up, I'm gonna do it. When a roll that is, like, life-threatening or whatever.
Yeah. All right. I think that is, I'm into that. Okay, well, let me, regardless, tie a little rope to myself, and I'm just gonna hand it to Simion, and it'll be like, you just hold this.
I will hold it as best as I can.
Okay, thanks. And then, do I have, I might as well cast Life Bubble, why not? I don't know.
Sorry, I just looked at our fucking Discord.
What's happening in our Discord?
If you want,
is it in my group chat? Because if it's not in my group chat for our Discord, I'm not looking at it.
No, it's not. I wanted to post my header for this section.
I hate that.
Yeah. You can cast Life Bubble, and or if you want, but if you want, you can do a stealth check to kind of carefully navigate through there.
Yeah. Okay. Also, Josiah is an absolute troll. Here's my stealth check. Now is that a 6 or a 9?
That was a 6.
Okay, well my stealth is +6. I got a 12.
Whoa. Did Nolora use resolve or no? I'm just curious.
Let's do it.
Okay. What do you add to that?
It will be +3. Well, first I have to roll and succeed.
Oh, okay.
But she'll get a +3. He. Skrank is a he. Oh, is Skrank not a he? I thought Skrank was a he.
Yusoki are gender fluid.
Skrank's pronoun is rat.
And that fluid?
Rat and rat south.
Grease rat.
Yeah.
Grease/greaser. Grease/rat.
Gender
Anyway.
fluid, but the fluid is grease.
Grease fluid.
Yo.
Which role would you like me to make here?
Oh, God.
Well, sorry. Exceptional aid is the skill, right? When you attempt to aid another on a skill check, you can spend 1 resolve to roll your skill check twice and take the higher result. If you succeed, the creature aiding gains a +3 bonus rather than the +2 you would normally grant. I think I give Skrank a +1 earlier. Whoops, sorry, Skrank, you passed anyway, I think.
Thanks. Maybe, I don't know.
Bullying.
I believe this will be the same stealth check.
Whoa.
But you're okay. You get the roll with advantage, and let's set this at your level 2. This will be like a medium check of DC 15. You're trying to beat. Not an impossible check by any means. And that would...
I cannot change the formula or situational bonus here.
No, I don't think so.
I'll just roll twice. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Also, I'm so sorry. You were definitely just talking to me, and it bounced right off of my ears because I'm a deaf girl. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't think we lost any information there. Yeah, you're rolling. It's all good. Yeah. That was a bad first one.
That is a Doxy roll.
Let's see if that roll gets any better. It doesn't.
Damn.
I spent a resolve point, listeners of podcast. I spent a resolve point on a 5 and a 3. A 3.
Skrank just kind of looks behind him and is like, "Thanks for the help."
Stop help.
Nolora tries to lasso Skrank. Amazing. Skrank, you...
upsetting!
Yeah, it is upsetting for sure. The dice rolls, sometimes they're just not in our favor. Skrank, you got a 12 total. You're navigating down the hallway, and you see either side of the wall start to shift and change from this bright kind of whitish color, clean interior look of a resort to these dark metals, and then all of a sudden you're kind of going with the gravity as it's holding you downwards, but as you're walking, you start walking up and onto the wall. And for Nolora and Simion looking down, Skrank is walking on the wall sideways, but Skrank, you look back and it looks like everyone else is sideways because your perspective has shifted.
Yeah. Skrank's like, okay, Nightwear hallway. This is normal. Thanks. This is great.
Captain Reed. Captain Reed comes up to you, Simion. Well, I'm gonna tag along. We, I don't want to leave Dr. Raiden here unattended. Who knows what could happen? So a few of them are going to stay back in case something happens or the night captain fuckface decides to wake up and do something with his life. So I'm going to tag along with you all in case you need another hand. This way I can radio back when it's clear for them to move up into the next area.
Excellent. That's definitely appreciated, I think.
Should we tie up the knights before we go?
Cole looks at you. No.
You're with us now. You're not a knight anymore.
I
Get used to it.
Okay, listen, I know this is a very terrifying situation we all find ourselves in, but I am still a knight. I did swear an oath, you know.
Who did you swear an oath to, though?
I bet it was cops.
It was Iomade, the deity.
Same difference.
I mean, what are gods if not space
just
cops?
the ultimate cops, right?
Large cops.
They're just
omnipotent
big
cops. Copnipotence.
Ethereal cops.
Yeah. E-cops.
Skrank's gonna yell back, scab! Space cops are bad.
Also, ethereal cops sounds like an area in Dark Souls.
True.
Like COPSE.
True.
Yes, it does.
But yeah, Skrank
continue.
is walking on the walls, and you all are kind of outside of the hallway.
Damn. That's weird. You don't see that shit every day.
I'm sorry, it just bothers me. I can tell just by our very brief interactions that you should be in charge of that guy. It's upsetting, frankly.
I'm not even on his he just pulled rank. We chased after those goblins. There wasn't much I could do. I was supposed to be scouting out a whole other situation.
Right. So now you're just hanging out with some crooked cops.
I guess.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you, as one of the good ones,
Yeah.
do something about their ineptitude, their cruelty?
Yeah, Justin, in character, explain the intricacies of why law enforcement is,
why it's just a few bad apples.
Scout Co kind of looks at you. I mean, you have to change it from the inside or the outside by force, I guess. I don't know what to tell you.
Right, but you were like just doing this whole thing where you were saying that you indeed still are on the inside. So it just feels kind of like it's your duty to do something.
Well, it's my duty and my belief in Iomade. You know, it's not just the Knights of Galarion. I chose this path for a reason, but I mean, Iomade kind of is beyond us, beyond a lot of things. So this is a complex issue, and your friend is walking on a wall.
While Nolora is trying to like hold a single person accountable for the atrocities of an entire system, Skrank is just like jumping up and down.
You're just jumping sideways for everyone else.
It's like sideways.
Nolora's doing a very bad job of winning this cop over. It's what's happening.
Guys, you should get over here. This is fun.
We're walking and talking at the same time. It's Scooby-Doo hours where you can tell that they're moving because the cutouts are moving up and down and the same piece of hallway goes by over and over.
Scout Co. Isn't walking with you. They stay back. They just kind of are watching and then turn around and go back to tend on their fallen comrade. Simion and Nolora and Captain Reed follow a similar path to Skrank as you all are like walking straight, but everything kind of shifts as you all continue up and you're fully on the ceiling by the time you reach Skrank.
Did you guys tie yourselves together?
I'm still holding the rope.
Yeah.
I do think that that's a good idea.
tie the rope to you and then tie the rope to here. Take my tail.
Yeah,
use my tail.
sense.
You guys can use the rope. You use my tail.
Are you all pushing forward with your rope in tow?
Yeah, we're like
just like-
rock climber tied.
How far into the hallway are we now? When we're like halfway, can I throw another detect magic out?
You can definitely do that. You're probably 60 feet down this hallway where it starts to bend, and then from here it takes like another wild turn that you can't really see past. But you can do a detect magic. You get the same kind of sorry, not the same. It's becoming almost unbearable with the amount of psychic radiance that's pouring out, and wave after wave after wave, as you feel the presence kind of coming from where you expect it, but it seems strange. Like, can you trust where this is if you're walking on the walls and gravity is changing within a chamber? But it definitely still feels overwhelming. If everyone wants...
Is it overwhelming anxious or overwhelming euphoric or like...
I think it's for Skrank. I'm not saying how your character feels, but the vibe that Skrank feels when casting to pick up these psychic waves, these broadcast waves, are of a deep loneliness and a fear of abandonment.
I wonder why. How interesting. Couldn't be for me. That's not a fear Skrank has at all.
No.
Abandonment? No. I didn't grow up an orphan. This is fine.
Everything's fine.
Tally-ho. I don't know.
If everyone wants to do there's a couple of different checks you could do here. Athletics and stealth make a lot of sense. Perception. So let's say your choice: athletics, perception, or stealth. As you all are carefully kind of moving through, I'll roll for Mary Reed. Roll.
I don't know, guys. Should I go with the +0, the +0, or the +1?
They got
Hell
a nat 20.
Very
Wild.
We're just absolutely throwing the rest of us out. A 16 is good.
Simion killing it.
Yeah.
And I got a 4. Okay.
I have not rolled above a 10 all day.
That was a
The
That was a
numbers.
10 for me because of my +6, but a natural 4.
What did Nolora get?
10
A 10 even?
altogether. It was a 9 + 1.
1 second here. As you're walking, you're all walking through the this hallway. The walls shift and move, resembling an entire array of different surfaces as you walk. All of a sudden, you are floating once again, and then you come back down to your step, and you walk through a section where it suddenly feels harder to breathe. Skrank and Simion kind of move past it. Mary ducks, Captain Reed ducks, seeing them move at the last second. And Nolora, you get kind of caught in this strange anti-bubble of air that's just an absence, just a void, like the void of space, a vacuum almost that sucks you in.
What a cool time to be down a resolve point for no reason.
You take 3 stamina damage, so not your hit points, but your stamina itself, as you're kind of struggling, and then you hit the ground hard as gravity kind of kicks back in and this strange bubble disappears. You all see this happen, of course, but the hallway is starting to twist and turn around you. Everything is kind of shifting into different surfaces. Some of them look like deep metal. Some of them look like earth and ground and all this like different types of like eroded metal and grody looking kind of gross stones. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It just is constantly shifting as you're traversing through it. Eventually, you see a room at the very end of it that you're met with, kind of a clean, bright room. In the center of the room is just a single table. Atop that table looks like a device of some kind, and then beyond that, you see all the shifting goes through the tunnel. Everything around you is shifting all at once, almost deafening with the sound of the walls and floors and ceiling changes around you as they all collide at the other side of the room, and you see 3 doors form on the opposite side of this strange, clean-looking hub. You find yourselves in a nightmare hub, one might say. Each door has a very distinct appearance to it. Anyone can do a perception check. Reed is kind of just like looking around like, what the fuck is going on in here?
There we go.
Oh, I got a oh wait, someone got
that
a 20.
That was me.
You got a nat 20?
Good luck.
I earned this fucking 20 today.
Let's go.
Thank you.
What do we get? Nat 20 obviously is very, very fucking good.
I got a 7.
I had a 22.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, 7. Let's go.
Skrank just looks around and is like, that's cool.
Couldn't just let me have it.
I mean, you still had a nat 20.
A nat, yeah.
I was joking. It's fine.
Nat 20s in this system follow like my own homebrew rules of like nat 20s are the fucking be all end all. Like if you were attacking something and you got a nat 20 in D&D, it's like, oh, it might beat their armor class, but this game is like,
right,
you find that one weak point and get through, right? That's the type of which I like. I like that stuff about.
That's the way I believe it should be. 100%.
You with a nat 20, you spot that this the device on this strange table is a hollow recorder. This is someone's like a personal log that someone has left behind. You just like fucking eye it and you're like, that is exactly what that device is. You know what's on it, you don't know at a quick glance. 27 and a 20 combined, you're looking around the room. With the 27 Simion, you see blood trails going off to the furthest right door, let's say. But each door itself, one of them looks like a circular. Sorry, one second. One looks like kind of clean but dull metals and like orange and yellow stripes, kind of like this very industrial vibe to the door. One looks organic. You see dirt and plants leading up to a cobalt blue stone door. And the third one, the one with the blood trail, looks kind of cruddy and dirty with like a circular metal bar door. So just straight bars with this trail going beyond it as you all just kind of stand in this room.
Can I throw my detect magic right at that? What is it? Hollow recorder? What is it?
Hollow recorder, not magical, just a device.
Well, this is fucking weird.
And then overwhelming sadness and abandonment issues.
Skrank's crying and wants to go up to the hollow recorder. Can I do like a computer check or something?
Yeah, well, Nolora got a nat 20 to know exactly what it is and how it works. So if Nolora shares that information, Skrank wouldn't have to do a computer's check. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I would just say, should we? And indicate it.
I mean, we can't not.
Oh, we very
Just
well
don't leave me.
can not. I will just gently put an arm around you and look back to Simion and say, oh, we absolutely can not, but should we?
I mean, We can't not. I'm gonna go over and push the button.
Simion,
I presume there's a button.
Yeah, a very standard kind of hollow recorder device. It clicks on. Nolora, you immediately recognize Elias Nockmar, the archaeologist researcher who is doing work here on Dream Station.
This is Professor Elias Nockmar. It is currently the first day of Erodus, which, odd coincidence, Erodus being named after Erodin, god of innovation. Amongst other things, I suppose, for the sake of records, the current year is 3/17. This is 8:47 a.m. Pact Standard Time, of course. I should say this tape and any other tapes from this point on are property of the Aspis Consortium. I've been hired on a contract to research something a member of their consortium found, something ancient. I'm no expert in all these. I'm nothing if, not an expert in all things ancient, I guess. So they flew me out to this space station they pulled from outside of the system where something was floating aimlessly through the vast. I've been told it was floating away from the Pact worlds, so likely it originated from within here, somewhere. The station itself is, without a doubt, an odd construction, not something I'm unfamiliar with. I'm just getting settled in. I expect this venture to take a few months, but Aspis have already put the pressure on. Likely they want to leverage whatever's in here for their own gain. Not surprising. They specialize in uncovering ancient artifacts, of course. Anyway, research is research. I'm sure we'll all benefit from whatever it is I discover here. The next log will be in a few days when I've had a chance to actually do some work. Can't get here soon enough. Their assistance has been so crucial for my work as of late. I put in a special requisition to get here, and Aspis agreed, thankfully. They asked if I wanted to bring my family. These things are rather busy, though, and difficult. Best not bother them. This is Elias signing off, day 1.
And the tape ends. The hollow cuts out.
I just looked to Nolora and I'm like, well, sounds like someone of your ilk.
Yeah, do I know anything that makes any of that information super relevant to me?
Elias specialized in working on dig sites of the first ones, the ancient species that kind of left all these strange devices and areas kind of scattered throughout all of the Pact worlds. The Aspis apparently found something within this station, so you could put an assumption out there that maybe it could be that this station was built by the first ones. That's why Elias is here researching, because why else would someone of his prestige come all the way out here if it wasn't related to the first ones?
I have a terribly exciting hunch, and it puts the terrible in terribly. I think that this site was created by the first ones.
Mm-hmm.
Elias knew more than anybody about the first ones. So if he was here, then there's reason to believe that at least there's a significant artifact or text or information here. But given none of us have ever seen anything like this before, particularly me, no offense, terribly exciting.
the real question is what happened to him then.
Well, and I point at the blood.
I'm hoping it was not lost with what I was saying, but parts of that tape went to static as he was referring to something. And I just didn't want that to go.
He was like
a miss from my bad effects or whatever shit might have got lost in translation.
He was like dropping a name or something, saying that he wanted someone to get there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
But who? And why?
Which door do we like, gang?
What are the three describe the three doors again, Justin?
The first one is this dull metal kind of industrial-ish door with like orange and yellow just generic stripes like halfway across it. The second one is a lot of dirt and ground that leads up to this like stone doorway with some plants around it. And the third one has a little blood trail leading to it from inside of this current room that has metal bars and like this kind of really gross looking eroded metal with stone bricks kind of mixed in there slightly.
How fresh is the blood?
I'll say with your nat 20 that you got, we'll let that ride for a bit. Fresh, very fresh.
I say we figure out what left that. It's weakened.
Yeah, is there any way that I can try to do some like tracking here to figure out if I can glean anything from the location of the blood and like
the patterns and stuff?
Yeah, who it may have belonged to or what could have caused something like this, or like if it was coming from a direction.
Does it look like human blood?
Can I use my blind sense? Can I sniff it and see what it smells like? Can I smell this blood, Justin?
You can use your blind sense, and if you want to do a bounty hunter check, I think this is a pretty appropriate time, Simion, for that.
Sure.
Fields, like the time?
It's a 13.
13, all right. And you're doing a perception check, sorry, Skrank.
Yeah.
13 is not bad. It obviously it looks fresh, which Nolora pointed out. What's that total?
Right. 15.
15, okay. It smells like... You don't get any smell of like fear or anything like that. Like this wasn't something trying to get away. It looks... It's reddish. It's turning that kind of reddish brown as it slowly starts to dry. So it's something that bleeds red, you can assume. It does look like it's in a step. So as something is walking, the blood is hitting, it's moving, and the blood is just a byproduct of it kind of getting to where it's going.
Okay. Does it look like it's like being dragged or anything? Can I tell that?
Just like it hit the ground.
Just a thing that is bloody and is walking towards this door. Is this maybe? Do we think this is maybe what what those people were fighting?
I think this blood doesn't belong to what left it. I think this blood belongs to the fallen officer with the huge gash.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I agree. Okay. Okay. Should I throw it? Can I throw another? I feel like I just keep wanting to like detect more magic and be like, all right, which of these doors?
I think
is it coming from any of these in particular, or like?
When you cast, you get the kind of same vibe all around because you already cast detect magic in this room. It just had that.
Focused on the...
Yeah, it just had that same detect magic lasts for a hot minute, I think, if I'm not wrong. So you would have just like looked around and got a once over what's going on here, and nothing seems different. Everything is overwhelming, but not for any particular differential reason, distinct reason, I should say.
All right, I think we only really have like one hunch, right, to go off of, and it's Nolora's, and the evidence in this, like, you know, is leading to this door. I hate to say we should follow blood, but it really feels like we had to follow this blood.
I get the feeling that you're not too keen on divide and conquer as a strategy.
Me? Whatever would have given you that feeling. And I'm like holding onto your hand.
I'll give it a squeeze, and I'll say I don't like it either, for what it's worth. Just like to put forth all the options.
Okay. I mean, we could divide and conquer. Do either of these doors call to either of you in particular? Like,
should they, Justin?
If everyone wants to do, I feel like
does anything on these doors look familiar to each of us?
What you spot is the first one, like I said, is very industrial looking with orange and yellow stripes. It feels like it might be a Abadar Corporation. It has their kind of standard colors for the Abadar Corporation. The second one looks like dirt and grass. I should say also it looks like Abadar Corporation door, but a little off, a little different. The second one looks like dirt and trees and plants kind of surrounding this stone doorway, but the plants don't really make much sense the way they're growing and the way the leaves are growing and the way the dirt goes up the wall from the ground. It seems a little bit strange, and the fact that the eroding metal of the third door mingles in with stone also doesn't quite track. It looks like somewhere beneath, the ground, but a little bit off again, just slightly strange and nonsensical.
As the worst PC of all time, I humbly ask, Abadar Corporation is my former employer, right?
Aspis Consortium. I might have said Aspis Corporation, but it's Aspis Consortium. They're kind of they're a group of individuals they're all like individual businesses that came together for one group, and their whole deal is they look for artifacts across the Pact World, anywhere really. They're just looking for artifacts to sell, to make money. And then Abadar Corporation is capitalism. Abadar is a god of capitalism, basically. And so their corporation runs all the stores. They have all kinds of following for people who love to take money and want to take money to the afterlife kind of deal, right?
Okay, I just got that mixed up then.
No, it's okay. They're very similar, and maybe that's on me for picking two similar things to put together.
It's so super okay. They're different enough. Okay. So then that one doesn't jump out to me. Two of them jumped out to me. I thought that maybe the second one kind of sounds a little bit like ruins, and I am somebody who studies a lot of ruins, so if the other two jump out to you guys, then we might have a situation on whatever our equivalent for hands are.
I mean, the orphanage where I grew up was an Abadar run orphanage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Simion, does the third door jump out to you for any reason?
I don't think so. Actually, now that you mention it, no.
Josiah!
I just think it's neat.
Simion, you could put one and one together with your knowledge of bounty hunting in the past, and you've definitely been in places that look similar, but again, all of these doors seem slightly off, like not quite what, like you're trying to remember something and you don't get the details quite right.
But yeah, I don't have any particular leanings one way or another, so we just flip a coin.
Let's just follow the blood.
Mary's like, do you have a 3-sided coin?
Yeah. Let's just.
I mean, we would
just...
do a round robin. It would be a tournament of coin flips.
Tournament of coins.
What are you, stupid?
I love that George R.R. Martin book.
Tournament of coin flips. Well, yeah, and I have multiple arms, so I could be like flipping a coin in each hand.
You got
like,
the advantage.
Get your bets in. Get your bets in. Heads or tails. Heads or tails.
I hate those.
Simion begins to...
Let's just stick together and follow this. No, Simion isn't flipping any coins. Let's just follow the fucking blood
Simion
together.
has a round robin tournament of coin flips. And
The coin says to follow the blood, Simion.
the tournament finishes with the blood door anyway. So. You head towards this trail, heading towards the third door. And again, it's just kind of metal bars, and inside it looks kind of circular, a similar vibe, this really gross kind of cruddy interior of metal and stone. The bars open and you all kind of step through. The air is heavy and dank and just kind of dusky smelling. It kind of lingers in your nostrils, in your mouth. As you kind of look back as the metal bars just kind of hinge backwards towards being closed, you look back towards the hallway that you're in, and you see Barley Graham standing in front of you. His thick push broom mustache sitting on his upper lip, kind of shaking as he kind of like looks at you. His somewhat graying hair looks a little damp from wherever this place is, and he's on his back wielding his unreasonably large two-handed weapon gun that he has. You get a flood of memories hit your head all at once. You're below Absalom's station. You and Barley picked up a bounty going after a figure known as the Slime King. The Knights of Glarion had a tough time tracking him down. They eventually put a bounty on the Slime King's head, and they figured he was living somewhere below Absalom. Barley turns, "Right then, come on. No rest for the weary, eh, Simion?" And he turns to walk away. Nolora and Skrank, you both hear and see Barley as well within this strange sewer atmosphere. And Barley turns back around to you, Simion. "We're not paying your friends extras. We already agreed to split this." And that's where we're going to end this session of The Vast. The Vast.
I, for one, feel uneasy.
Uneasy. What a session. We did it. We made it. Dream Station, baby. We're here. Nightmare Hub. Let's go.
This was a very interesting session.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
I feel bullied. I don't know.
Lots happening. Can we get through it in 2 more sessions? We'll find out.
Tune in next time to find out.
Time. I think we will. Geez, friends, thanks for hanging out here and having this little space session as I put all of the backstory information that I can put together and throw it all at everyone all at once. Everything is happening at the same time. Yeah, why not, right? Hey, there's some people here. Why not say where people can find you? I'm going to try to do the reverse order if I remember. Josiah.
Yes.
If you want to let people know, maybe where they can find you. Check out stuff. I don't know.
Maybe where they can find me. Well,
this is your time, baby.
Sometimes I am at the supermarket. There's one place you can find me.
Hunting Gale and Weston.
Yeah, sometimes I'm at the supermarket. Never Loblaws. Fuck a Loblaws.
r/Loblaws is out of control. Join it. Join it.
Like.
True.
You know what? We're not gonna do that. You can find me on YouTube under the name Dungeon Dad, where I will not charge you $7 for an onion. That's something I won't do. Because if someone did that, they should go to prison.
But you'll charge $7 for a Funyun of stat blocks.
Kind of. I mean, even so, I charge. You know what? I charge $3.
I know.
You want to go on my Patreon? It's $3 a month. You get a bunch of new monster stat blocks with original art.
It's good
for
stuff.
Dungeons and Dragons, which is a game kind of like this, except it's medieval fantasy. But we all know that space is the default setting for role-playing games. Anyway,
I'm super glad Josiah explained Dungeons and Dragons just real quick.
Yeah,
are you mansplaining Dungeons and
Dragons?
What did you say earlier? You said no. What did you say? You
Fuck,
said,
what did I say? Fact-splaining.
I'm fact-splaining. Damn. That goes so hard. That
does go hard.
Like, fucking game over, feminists. That's crazy. Anyway. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube. I make videos about Dungeons and Dragons monsters. And next week I'm making a video about a specific D&D monster. And her name is Pale Knight. And she is a lady covered in a sheet. And if you look at her, you die.
Good.
Which is a shame, really, because she's sexy as hell.
I mean, you don't know that, but her silhouette... Literally, her lore is that she is the oldest demon of all the demons. She is the demon that they all came from. And her true form is so fucking brutal and horrific that it is rejected by reality itself. So there is a shroud around her that prevents you from, like, seeing her. But if you're the fucking type of guy who's like, I can look, and you look, you die. Because it's like...
God, that sounds like my type.
You have to make, like, a DC 30 charisma save, and if you fail it, you die. And if you pass it, you're only stunned for an entire day. You don't remember anything that you saw. Like, basically, the best case scenario is you go insane.
Wow.
It's like looking at me first thing in the morning.
Yeah, when you have the sheet over your head. And I'm like, is that you under there? Oh!
That's why Josiah's videos are late sometimes.
Because I get stunned for an entire day by Mallory's
because he wakes up
form.
before me on those days.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyway.
That rules. That absolutely fucking rules. Hey, Katie. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
What are you up to? What's going on?
What's going on with your pager lately? What's up with that?
We switch. I mean, you can still page me. I get pages sometimes. I got a page from nephrology today about one of my patients because they need a new catheter.
What was their name? And their address.
Sure. Let me just disclose that. I did.
Can I get last four of the
Soch? The other day. No. You can find me on YouTube at Mr. Beast. And
Absolutely not. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
Hi, I'm Coco Melon. I'm PewDiePie.
Are you just on YouTube right now?
Just in the like trending tab.
You know what's worse? Okay, here's what I did. I literally opened up Google. I typed in google.com. And then I searched for famous YouTubers. So I'm just looking up the top 15. WWE is listed. Cocomelon is listed, which I'm very familiar with. Dude Perfect. I don't know what that is. You can find me at any of these locations.
It's not true.
That's true. That's true. Don't let Justin fool you.
Katie is always with all of us.
That's true.
I'm the YouTuber inside of you that you had in there all along.
What does that mean?
Katie is the pale knight of YouTubers.
Yeah.
Katie is the YouTuber from whence all other YouTubers came.
That's true. On the 600th layer of the algorithm.
If you actually find my YouTube page, you do go insane. You do
or you die, depending on
how much Riz you got.
Yeah. Depending on whether you like or subscribe, you either go insane or you die. All right, that's me. That's all I got.
Amazing. Speaking of closed captions, Doxy.
Speaking of people who can't hear fucking shit.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Doxy. You won't find me in a movie theater. But anyway, I'm kind of on. I'm taking a long rest on the internet right now. But when I come back, it's going to be fucking glorious. All of my spell slots are going to be refilled. I'm going to have HP for days. And I get all of the Bardic Inspiration dice back. And all the other class bonuses that you get from... This is tired. This is a tired bit now. I will be back as Dox Monster. I will read you Dox Monster's Dead Time stories. Hey. It will be a very good time. And someday I'm going to get to that. It was going to be much sooner than it actually happens to be, but I got unpartnered on YouTube because of how long of a break I took. So that's what's good. Find me. Just Google it every once in a while.
Google it. We'll hype it up. Maximum hype. Just ask Katie to do it. Katie will sort it out.
You can find Doxy at Kids Diana show.
Probably not.
On YouTube. Justin Bieber on YouTube.
Yeah. Speaking of Justin Bieber, hey, it's me, Justin.
Another Canadian Justin.
It's true. Another Canadian Justin.
Yeah, we have two. One is international
3 if
pop
you count
star.
Trudeau, right?
I don't. He doesn't count. He was born in Cuba, according to sources. TM.
Oh my god.
He's Fidel Castro's son. Didn't you know that?
Good God.
So anyway, Justin, about you.
So the other Canadian Justin we got here.
So they changed the stream manager, and I fucking hate it on my phone.
You guys are like Pokemon evolutions. Which stage are you? It's you, Bieber, and Trudeau are the 3 Justins.
I'm like a Digimon, and I got guns for arms.
No.
I don't. Look at these little. What are these? What's going on there?
That would be illegal. You'd have to leave the country.
He's Dratini and Justin Trudeau is Dragonite, and you're like, how'd you get from one to the other?
I'm just another dude. I'm just a different guy.
You're just a different guy entirely.
Speaking of different guy entirely.
You just wink and answer Justin Bieber and then disappear.
Hey, check out our podcast, The Vast. It's out. You can check out Silvistead, Dungeons and Dragons, run by Patrick. We are having a great time in a house that is within in a town that's within a house that's extra planar and all kinds of absolutely insane shit. It says there's a song playing right now, and there absolutely is not a song playing right now because it's going to the wrong channel. There it is. Yeah, you can check that out for sure. Silvistead, and that's this and Silvistead. That's what I'm up to. Thank you, friends. I love playing this game. I love these sessions. It's super fun. I have a very good time. Thanks for everyone hanging out in chat. I appreciate you all being here as well. We're gonna raid Lost Caravan RPG. We're playing Delta Green, so we're gonna give them a little raid, just a little, share the love a little bit. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you soon, travelers. Bye.